Welcome back to Coach Peggy Lynn. You are so smart. You have the greatest insights. You know, whenever you put your mind to something, I just know that you can accomplish it. Every day that I see you, you become more and more beautiful. It's like you're Benjamin Button, you're aging backwards. These are some very kind, very beautiful words of encouragement, words of aspiration, words of affirmation to offer to someone. It's amazing when you have people around you who are there to give you those types of words and upliftment. What about when the opposite is true? A lot of times there's a little voice in our head that is telling us, no, you can't do it, or why did you decide to put that on today, or you know what, that's not the right choice for your body type, or why even bother, it's not going to work out for you. In the previous video, I did mention that those critical voices are actually not ours. Oftentimes when we are growing up and the adults around us are shaming or discouraging or otherwise, not the most loving, those are the voices that stick with us. There's a little thing, a little mechanism that happens to say, I'm going to say these things to myself before another person can say it to me, as a way to brace myself so that when they do, if they do say it, it won't be as painful, okay? But what I want to talk about today is how you can flip that on its head, how you can become your own cheerleader. You can become the person who is providing yourself with those words of encouragement. And I'm going to give a caveat, and the caveat is going to be, if you have a lot of practice in hearing that critical voice, it may feel a little bit uncomfortable when you begin to shift out of that mode. But you just stick with, like everything else, you just stick with it. And here are some suggestions on what you can do to begin to move away from that critical voice towards a more loving voice, becoming your own cheerleader, becoming your own best friend in your head. Number one, when you catch yourself saying that negative thing, it's not going to work out, I can't do it, why bother? When you catch yourself, simply ask the question, is it true? And in asking that direct question to yourself of, is it true? Guess what's going to happen? The real answer is going to come up. No, it's not true. Of course it's not true. Of course it's not true. So when you are able to just stop, take a beat, and ask yourself, is it even true, this thing that I'm saying to myself? That in and of itself is going to take some of that pressure off. It's going to create space for what I would call the real you to begin to emerge and have its own voice. So number one, simply question the voice. Is it true? It's an illusion. It's not real. So it will begin to crumble. Is it true? Number two, replace that criticizing voice with something positive. So the voice tells you, you can't do it. Well, the opposite of that would be, of course I can do it. So if of course I can do it seems fake and you don't want to go that far, you don't want to lean that far over, you can say something like, I'm open to trying. It's at least worth a shot. I'm going to try. So number two is to simply flip the negative message on its head. Number three is going to be something that you can do in the moment. Of course, I'm going to recommend a little bit of tapping to just calm the emotion, because again, with the caveat, with the warning, it's going to feel uncomfortable. So it may be useful to just tap down those feelings of, it sounds like I'm lying to myself, I feel like I'm crazy. Whatever the feelings and emotions are, you can tap that down, or you can simply engage in another practice of self-soothing, which is the havening technique that I mentioned in another video. And that's the one where you simply rub your hands together, you can stroke your arms, stroke your face, stroke your cheeks, where you're just giving yourself that gentle touch. And it really is amazing at bringing the stress levels down. So to recap, you're going to be replacing that harsh inner voice that is also critical with the voice of love, the voice of your new best friend, that dear best friend who's in there with you anyway. You're just giving them a new voice. And the way that is done is Direct confrontation, simply asking the question, is it true? Number 2, replacing what's said with the opposite of what you heard, something positive. And fun fact, when we hear things in our own voice, we're more likely to recognize it as the truth. So you're replacing the negative thing with something positive that you're saying to yourself, either head on, where you're just saying something that feels so uncomfortable, like, of course I can do it, even though there's still, I don't know if it's true or not. Of course I can do it, or I'm opening to trying. So you can, kind of ease into it. And then number 3, to soothe and bring down all of the emotion of cultivating this new way of being, is going to be some practice where you're actually soothing your nervous system, and that can be EFT or the havening technique. Until next time.